Good morning, you guys. Today is Vlogmas day 12, which means there's only 13 more days. So like, we're halfway through. Who else is proud of me? Because I'm very proud of me, even if nobody watches. But, you know, I don't want to say necessarily that doing Vlogmas is hard. I think it's just more tedious than anything else, because it's like, bruh, you know, like it's not really that hard. It's literally just tedious. It's just very remembering to vlog, especially when you work a typical 9 to 5 and, you know, you don't really have a lot going on, and YouTube has been set up in such a way that it almost makes you feel like you shouldn't do Vlogmas if you don't have this whole big agenda of things to do, or if you cannot go shopping all the time. Like, that's what it feels like. But YouTube has changed a lot in a lot of different ways, and not completely for the best. But that's neither here nor there. I don't really have time to talk about that. I think I will do a podcast about that. Oh shoot, I think I left my podcast book in the classroom again, but that's okay. That's okay, because then I know for a fact I still have it. So yeah, it's freezing, guys. It's 29 degrees, and I can't drive with my coat on. It doesn't want to work for me. Why does it look like I have a pimple developing right here? I do not know. But yeah, my car is heating up. I'm gonna start driving soon, but I wanted to pop on here and say good morning, and hopefully we will have way more content today than we did yesterday. I don't know. I forgot my watch, and I'm not going downstairs to get it, and I feel very, very, very naked. My wrist feels very, very weird. But yeah, I'm sorry, I keep looking over here, see how my windshield is doing. Oh no. Look at that. It's my conditioner. Fun fact, I use conditioners, like hair mask conditioners, to slick my hair back instead of using gel or something like that. I feel like it's more healthier for my hair, and it provides my hair with the moisture that it needs anyway. So fun facts. But yeah, let me get out of here. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. I'm being exposed. I'm exposing myself. I got home from work and I ate a little dinner, and I've been laying down watching YouTube videos ever since. It's not super late. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. But like, you know what it was? Today, I'm exhausted, number one. And I had a very stressful day at work. And I feel like this week has been stressful because I definitely had to take a mental health break in the bathroom, and we filmed that in one of our Vlogmases. But today was so stressful that I actually shed a couple of tears in the classroom. And I tried to hide it from my kids, and I think one of them noticed. It was just kind of like, but I grabbed a tissue and was like this, pretending like I was blowing my nose. But yeah, it was very stressful. It was very stressful. I feel like this particular school year, I'm struggling more as a teacher than I ever have. Like, I think I've always struggled as a teacher. I think as a teacher, you constantly struggle because you're not sure if you're doing enough, if your best is good enough, which is things that I've talked about. But something about this school year, it just feels like nothing that I do is enough. And I feel like maybe I'm doing a disservice to my students or a disjustice to them. I feel like they're not propelling the way that classes in the past have. And I know the number one thing that any educator will tell you is no student is ever the same. I mean, no teacher is ever the same either, but no one student is the same, and no classroom is ever going to be the same. And I'm fully aware of that, and I fully believe that, and I fully advocate for that. But the one thing that is perplexing to me is why in December I am not further along in my classroom as I have been in previous years as an educator, and that bothers me. And I spoke with one of the other lead teachers because I'm one of those people where I could feel like I need to cry, but I won't cry. But then, like, if someone asks me, are you okay? It'll make me cry. So I'm also one person that keeps to myself a lot, and I'll like vent to my best friend or I'll vent to my mom. And I just, in that moment, I felt like I needed to hear words of encouragement from another teacher that works right next to me. And so I went to her and I said, listen, when you get a second, I need to have a meeting because I feel like I can't. And then the minute I said, because I feel, it just started, and she was like, don't cry. I was like, I just feel like I'm not about to cry right now. Am I? Oh, felt it coming on. I just feel like, oh yeah, getting a little glossy eyed. Get that together. But I said, like, whenever you get a second, if we could just like have a meeting, just talk for a second, because I just feel like it's me. I feel like I'm not good enough, if that makes any sense. And so she was trying to really encourage me, and she was like, I know what kind of a teacher you are. I know that you're capable. Your kids are learning. You're following the curriculum. I think it's just you have so many behavior situations in your classroom that's your number one focus. And because you're constantly focusing on redirecting the behavior, it feels like you can't get through what you need to get through. And I know that because of all the behaviors, I'm definitely way more tired. And at first I just thought that, I'm getting older and I'm getting tired, because you get older, you get more tired. So I thought it was something like that. And I couldn't figure it out because I was like, I go to the gym quite frequently. Don't judge me for these last week. And definitely don't judge me I went twice this week. That's great, okay? It's great. 3 times is my minimum, so I'm almost there. I'm 2/3 there. But like, I feel like when I'm not at work, I have all this energy and I'm in such high spirits. And then when I have to go to work, I feel like by 10 o'clock, I'm wiped. I'm wiped out by 10 o'clock. And that's because I do have one really, really, really difficult student. And I love this student to the ends of the earth because I feel like they really need that. I feel like they need to know that, not saying that they don't feel loved by their parents, but I feel like they need to know that they're loved by someone that isn't mandated to love them like a parent is. Because I think people are very much so aware of, like you could feel really ugly and your mom says, oh, you're beautiful. And you're like, you're my mom. Doesn't really mean as much. I think that sometimes people need to hear it from someone else to validate. And I feel like he needs to know that he's loved from someone that is not his parents, from someone who has to deal with him and his shenanigans the same way his parent does, but still love him for it. So I've chosen to deal with him in compassion. And the days I do deal with him in frustration, I apologize to him for that. And I'll say I got frustrated and I should not have reacted the way that I did. And I'm sorry for that. But I'm also trying to mirror the behavior that I want to see from him. When he gets frustrated and he lashes out at someone, or when he gets angry about something and he doesn't use his words and he does something, I want him to understand that it is okay to have those moments. It happens, but the important thing is that you identify that it happens and you apologize for it. And that's the lesson that I'm trying to teach him through mirroring my own actions, because I see so much of myself in him, in the sense that if my mother had not had so much authority over me, I do believe there would have been a potential that I don't think I could have ever, no. I want to say there's a potential that I could have been like that. I think what would have happened is, I think I would have had a very loose mouth and a very loose tongue and a lack of fear of consequence. But my mother taught me how to control my mouth. And I'm not trying to say that his parents aren't. I'm not. I'm just saying I know how my mother is, and my mother is very much so an authoritative parent, always has been. But I do feel like I can relate to him in a lot of different ways, and I feel like he shows a lot of frustrations for things and situations that I can that I have, but I keep it inward because I know how to self-regulate and he doesn't. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but there's just something about him, and I do love him to death, but it just takes so much of my energy because he's not my only student. I've got 13 other children that I have to be mindful of and be compassionate towards, and to try and give that same tender love and attention and affection towards. And he takes a lot of that out of me. He does. And every day I'm just like, please, God, let today be easier. And then there are days like today where I just wake up and I'm like, I don't think I should go to work. And I force myself to go to work anyway because it's my responsibility. And I've taken that oath to go. And then I have a day like I did today. And I feel like lately there's been a lot more days where I wake up like I should not go to work today. But I go anyway. And I take the day for whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. And sometimes it's just really, really hard. So that's where we are in that. And I think that's also kind of why I've been feeling depleted. I don't know what's going on with my lady days, but I also feel like I've been PMSing because homie was craving Trix, gingerbread cookies, the soft kind, Oreos, and whole milk. And those are things I traditionally do not eat or crave. Like, that's not me. So I am feeling very tired. I've been exhausted since I got home, like legit. I've just been so tired. And I'm really, really cold. And I'm thinking taking a hot shower is going to make me feel so much better. And I think it's going to give me an amazing night's sleep. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal woman, phenomenally. But I will say this. It's funny how this is the biggest bulk of my vlog. I will say that I find it really funny. Like, Taylor Swift is going to be 30 tomorrow. Friday the 13th. Which, can we just talk about how lucky she is for having, like, a 13 as the day of her birth? Because inevitably she gets Friday the 13th. I think that's so cool because I love Friday the 13th. That's neither here nor there. But at 30, homegirl has, and I tweeted this, and I also sent it to my coworker who got so mad at me. But I was like, at 30, Taylor Swift has been awarded Woman of the Decade as well as Artist of the Decade. And at 30, I cried in my classroom because I was overwhelmed and frustrated. So I failed at life really hard. Oh my God, I thought that was really funny. And I know that I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't compare myself, but I just thought that was hysterical. But this week has been a process, you guys. But I also feel like because it's been such a process, something is about to happen. Like, have you ever seen West Side Story? And if you have you, do you know, or okay, even if you haven't, do you know the song Something's Coming? Tony sings it pretty much right before he meets Maria. And in the song, he's saying, you know, I don't know. He literally says something's coming, don't know when, don't know how, whatever the lyrics are. But it's going to be great. And I don't want to say a lot, but I get that feeling sometimes. I feel like lately a lot more often, like I feel like something is about to happen. Something good, something exciting. But I don't know what. But I feel like it's coming. And every time I get that feeling, I look over at it's like every time I look at my filming / recording area of my room, I look at it and I get that feeling. So even like looking at it right now, I'm getting that tingly feeling like something is about to happen. And I don't know what it means. I don't know if it means I'm looking over there because I've really, really, really been wanting, like, I've really been thinking about like home ownership and, you know, investing in a home. I really wanted to just kind of wait my own home. Because I do live in a home, but like my own home. So I don't know if I look over there and I get this feeling of something coming home-wise, or if I'm getting this feeling like something is going to happen with my creativity outlet. I don't know, you guys, but I know something's coming. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take a shower. I'm going to, because I recently found my pink onesie that I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shower. I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to wash my pink onesie because next week is holiday spirit week. So every day is a different day. And the last day of school, Friday the 20th, is half a day and pajama day. Woo! Which is exciting because any day to be dress lazy, we love. So that's a thing. So I want to wash that so that way it's ready for next Friday. Do I need to wash it? No. Right now? No. I'm going to. Yep, because gotta have some sort of productivity in my personal life. So that's the update. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got an avocado.